Hello, and welcome to the Urban Design Lodge Community Region. This region was an idea that a couple of YouTubers came up with and organized. You can read the About section to see who the players are in the region and find links to their channel. Make sure you visit and subscribe to their channels. Well, subscribe to my channel too, but please finish watching this video first and leave your comments and questions. My audio quit working on my recorder, so I'm actually having to do a voiceover in my editing software. It's a little more difficult for me, but I'll do the best I can. What I'm doing now is gifting some of the money I've earned in taxes because I have more than I really need in this city. Unless we build a great work, so I'm going to save, $20–25 million in my treasury just in case. Before we look at my city as it is now, I'd like to look back at what it was when I first started on Saturday. However, I did not do any recording that day. I thought, I'm building a grid city, very boring, very ugly, just to make a little bit of money. So why record it? Looking back, I wish I would have recorded a little bit, but that's okay. Some of the other players in the region recorded. So what I did was I just borrowed from Zat.
Right now.
Thank you, Brian.
Yeah,
I really appreciate that, man.
Where are you getting all this money, Brian? I'm gonna go look at his city.
Yeah, you just sent me 300K, man.
I'm gonna look at it.
Thank you. Yeah, I need to see his city.
I don't even know where he is.
His city's called Let's Make Money First.
Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say, I saw that grid going, and he's got this massive grid system. Definitely working.
What's his city called? I don't know what his icon looks like.
It's called Let's Make Money First.
There it is. Oh, it looks
Literally
like a lot
just
of low class.
Yeah. I think he just basically running a giant grid system to make a bunch of money. Oh, wow, I got it. Yay!
It's a good decision. Make money first.
Reticulating splines.
That's exactly what I'm doing.
I should have done that.
Oh, wow.
Instead, I went with the design. And...
But he has way more money than me. Almost 2 million. That's impressive.
Dang. Jealous.
It's brick walk-upville here.
Robert's cross-border from Palm Springs, and this is a fluke
Brian's
Satire.
making 31K an hour right now. Wow. That's pretty impressive.
So let's speed up the video 10 times while I rebuild. 8 to 10 minutes, and I will only talk a little bit during that time, let you enjoy music. Some of the goals that I had was make a lot of money, reach big government, which is 600,000 population, and fully upgrade City Hall. Another one is to get the multimillionaire city achievement, which is $10 million in your city. Another one is to get the SimCity University achievement, which is a fully upgraded university with each of its modulars down, which I did. When I'm rebuilding, I'm not actually putting all the modulars. I'm putting business because it helps income for business. I'm putting science because it helps high-tech industry. And I'm putting down the law division because it helps with crime. Another achievement I wanted to get was quid pro quo, which is a fully upgraded mayor's mansion. A little tough, but I was able to do it. I wanted to have a green city, not only with high-tech industry, but a lot of trees. And as you watch the city grow, you'll see that, I did plant a lot of trees and it does look green. If you look right now, I'm losing quite a lot of money, and I'll get up to 11 or $12,000 that I'm losing. But by the time I get to the finish, to the end, I'm actually making a little bit of money. Not a lot, but almost breaking even. And I will go through the city and show you that it's well balanced. Overall, I'm pleased with it. Forgot to mention, there's a couple things I did when I reached 600,000 population. I raised the taxes to 20%. The reason I did that is simply just to make a lot of money. And plus, I didn't want a city with that much population. So I had to get rid of them somehow. Why not let them go on their own terms and take money to use elsewhere? I mean, they're not real people. It's a simulation, so I don't feel guilty. Another thing I did was I dezoned everything. And the reason I did that is when buildings became abandoned or rubble, I didn't want anybody move in back into them. When I bulldozed them, I want them to stay bare. That's why when you look at my city, when you saw that I started rebuilding, a lot of it was empty. It's because I chased a lot of people away. Also, it left a lot of original buildings, and I consider those historical landmarks. Like any city that has a little history, they keep the old buildings. And what this does is I could have low wealth, high rise buildings that are actually mixed in with high wealth or medium wealth because they've been dezoned and they won't change. So it kind of makes it interesting. But when you have natural disasters like meteor showers or earthquakes, which I did have, it actually destroyed some of those buildings, which, I hated that because I couldn't get those back, because if I tried to rezone for low wealth to bring those high rises back, then the high wealth and medium wealth would, go abandoned because of land value. So it's kind of a sad thing there to you lose a little bit of that history. But I just wanted to mention that, why you see everything's bare like it is and why I didn't bulldoze everything and just start all over, because I had all that money to work with. Now it's time to just sit back, relax, and enjoy. Here's where I noticed something a little odd. Looking down at the train, and the trains are not stopping at the train station. They're going awful fast, and I'm wondering why. So I look a little while. Interesting. So maybe I should zoom out and try to see what's going on. Then I noticed the fires. Look, the buildings look on fire, but it's that infinite fire bug. But anyway, look down at the train track where it goes to the region track, and the trains are just circling through the loop. I'll speed it back up. There's no reason to watch several minutes of that. Slow it back down and actually look at the train stations, and you could see that the trains are just looping through the city and not stopping at any of the train stations, nor are they going out into the region. My question is, I'm wondering if it affects the region as well, because the trains are not actually going anywhere else but my city. You've seen me rebuild my city. It's time to end this episode, and once I get my audio working on my recorder where I don't have to do these voiceovers, I'll do a part 3 and show you how well the city runs now. I hope you've enjoyed, I hope you'll subscribe, and I hope you'll return for part 3.